Well, hi.
Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Suzy. What's up, Suzy?
Nanu nanu.
What's up, Scott?
Hello all.
Again, happy belated Thanksgiving. Hope everybody is enjoying their weekend. And I know it's not usually counted as a weekend thing, but, it is still the holiday weekend. So what we're going to talk about today, we got some news that has come out. And I'm going to. You have the article, Scott? You want to read it, or you want me to do it?
You go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let me get the stories we have. Let's see. All right. So Mendelsohn, is that how you say his name? From Rogue One.
Yeah.
Mendelsohn, whatever.
Mendelsohn, yeah.
Yeah. He wants to play Doctor Doom if they do a Fantastic Four movie. Now, again, he says Doctor Doom is the greatest comic character of all time. That's a great role. The thing that's appealing about Victor is the damage and trauma, the loss of family, the wrong done to him, and then the takeover, the revenge, and the protectiveness of Latveria wrapped with the Cold War vibe. There's something about the combination of that. What actually makes him great is his caring bit. I don't know what you're talking about there, but Doctor Doom is my favorite Marvel villain. Just like Spider-Man's like my favorite hero. If you look around in my house, you'll see many different Spider-Man things, whether it be figures, whether it be artwork, whether it be comics, whether it be toys. And you'll also see Doctor Doom everywhere. You see Doctor Doom in his throne.
Yes, I could see him as Doom. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, if you see in my house, you'll see Doctor Doom. I have him sitting in his throne. I have a whole bunch of toys, big figures, everything. So I love him as a villain. I think that he, besides being the Fantastic Four's #1 nemesis, I always was interested in his story that he grew up with Reed Richards. Like in school, basically, they had a rivalry. They weren't friends.
And he blamed Richards for the
miscalculation for some type of science experiment, when in fact it was actually his miscalculation, and he burned his face off, to which he was being made fun of. I mean, even though he was rich, it's like he couldn't have that. He couldn't deal with that. Yeah. So he went to wherever he went to bed or whatever or something to fixed his face, and what happened was they wound up scalding his face to the mask, which made it even worse. And he became Doctor Doom, and he was also the monarch of Latveria, which is, I guess from his
and he started learning the
father's side.
So basically combining science and
his father was, I guess from his father's side, his mother was a sorceress that was trapped in hell. And he also he was trying to find a way to save her. And he always had the magic in the background, but he hardly used it. There were times that he used it. Like he built a suit of armor. He was his own technology. It wasn't from anybody else. He had his own blasts, his own thing. And the thing is that there were times when, he thought he could be defeated, and he did some type of, either it was a magic thing or something, and he did like a mind swap or body swap or some type of thing. But he's always had magic in the background. Now, this came into the forefront later on in Fantastic Four comics, where he embraced the magic and put away the technology, and he had hellfire going through his Doctor Doom armor, and basically he tortured the Fantastic Four by letting Franklin Richards be in hell, or dimension of hell, and making the Human Torch and Invisible Woman powers swapped, so that way they could be disoriented and not know what to do, and then be trapped. And he did something with the thing, and he trapped Reed Richards in a library of magical books. Now, Reed Richards, of course, would never believe in magic because he's science, So there's no way he could defeat Dr. Doom because he would refuse or try or basically not comprehend or become a Sorcerer Supreme or anything because that's not Reed Richards. And what happened was we found out that he was even smart enough to trick the Sorcerer Supreme and kick him out of his body and all this stuff. So basically, Dr. Doom at the time was there was a weird situation where Sue Richards was going to give birth to the second baby, which was actually the first baby, but the baby was displaced in time. She had a miscarriage, which really didn't. And after Reed Richards and Fantastic Four saved the universe, the Celestials put the baby out of time that she had a miscarriage with back into her womb. It was a weird thing. And the baby was a female. And the baby, Sue said, look to Dr. Doom, I know you're our villain and everything else, but I don't want to lose this child. Help me. And there's a part of Dr. Doom that he doesn't do stuff against kids. He doesn't, he has this nobility type of thing with his own weird code. So he basically loved the fact that he was able to step in and save the child when Reed Richards couldn't. And so he basically did that to shove it in the face, but at the same time, he felt like the kid was his kid in a way because now it's like he's never been whatever. So the weirdest thing ever is that their greatest villain became the godfather to the child. And again, this is what made it interesting because he got close with the kid. He would never hurt the kid. So while he's trapping Franklin Richards in hell, the baby's like, he has this incantation where he has this bond with the baby. The baby's first words when the time came was Doom. And she made the blocks like Doom. So she's in like a playpen or whatever, Latveria, and he's like, she's going to be whatever. So it's the weirdest thing, it's like, all right, we got to fight your godfather now, and we can't kill him because he's the godfather, but we got to stop him. So, like, thank God, Doctor Strange, like, helped him, and they defeated Dr. Doom, but then Reed Richards, it's like things he goes too far, and it was like a whole bunch of, they disarmed Latveria, they caused problems, he tried to trap him in hell or something, and then Dr. Doom wound up taking over everything down there. He just did, like, he got out eventually. But the thing is that it's a weird family dynamic that he's not just a villain anymore. He's the guy. I mean, the kid would go. The weirdest thing is the kid would just go to Latveria and be able to go in the castle and chill and have her own room and watch TV and feed her and whatever she wants, but Fantastic Four came, he beat the crap out of him. It's like, it's just a weird, and I like that. It's just like, damn. It's like the relative they can't get rid of because they're kind of connected because of the girl, even though he's not blood, but he's basically family to her, and she, loves him like, like at times she loves him like, her own family or whatever, and he just gives her whatever the hell he wants. It's weird. But anyway, Dr. Doom became like such a crazy villain that he took on everybody, blew up planets, killed people, killed tons, and he was behind the whole Secret Wars thing. He took advantage of that. He somehow saved everybody, but everybody was under his thumb, ruled under him, many Thors, many universes. They had this whole battle world thing, and of course, you got to see off his mask that he still had his just messed up face. And all his powers and all the stuff he got, he couldn't fix his face. And he felt like a monster. And, he of course, he kept Latveria, he kept Valeria alive, which is, his goddaughter. Valeria, yeah.
Oh, Valeria, okay.
Yeah, and Susan and Franklin and then the heroes came back to battle him. And when Reed Richards, spoilers, Secret Wars, like 3 or what, the new Secret Wars, whatever. the weird thing when Reed Richards tried to fix everything was he decided for some reason to fix his face, which made him normal, which changed everything because now he's like, he feels like he has a new lease on life. Maybe he's going to be a hero. Maybe he's going to be whatever, because now he's just, everything is different because now people look at him as he's normal, you know, so it's a weird thing. And again, now it's even more weirder because his villain, I mean, Dr. Doom hates Reed Richards, but Richards did that. Now, Reed Richards and Sue and everybody's gone, with the exception of the Thing and Human Torch being left behind. But now, the weirdest thing is that Dr. Doom is Iron Man. And that's even more weird. And the fact that his mother was saved or something, that's another thing. But just like the Thing said, he's like, I don't care if you save millions of people. I don't care if you save units. You're still that guy.
Yeah.
You're a creep. You're a jerk. Yeah. And you couldn't shine Reed Richards' shoes, let alone fit into them. So know that I'm always going to kick your ass, basically, because one day you're going to become a villain again, and I'm waiting for it. So let's go. And he's edging him on, and Dr. Doom just zapped out because, you know what? He probably would have just snapped because the ego and the thing, and I'll break your face. And it was like, you know, it's a weird family dynamic. But anyway, that's why I love Dr. Doom. He's just, when I was a kid, seeing Spider-Man and his amazing friends going against Dr. Doom, or even Fantastic Four, or the Avengers, I mean, it's like, you know, and a lot of times he's the main villain. I mean, he somehow got Thor's hammer. That was the weirdest thing. He did different things with Silver Surfer. It's like, you know, even in the movies, they tried to have him siphon off Silver Surfer's energy. He was part of the Infinity stuff. I mean, you know, it's just, he's my favorite villain. You know. And I think if he did try, I mean, you know, if he has a passion about Doctor Doom 2, that would be great. I'm sorry for the long rant. Okay. That's Doctor Doom for you. All right. I don't want Fantastic Four movie, though, on the 20th Century Fox. I want Marvel to do it, or Sony to do it if they get the rights, or something. All right, we got other news. Enough of Matrix Lord talking about Doctor Doom. We're going to talk about Todd McFarlane and his Spawn reboot. Here's my take on this. And again, I'm kind of worried because I've never heard a thing where the workers did the thing for free. Now, again, we have seen people do stuff for free like Star Trek Continues, where they put money into it themselves. So maybe that might...
What I was hearing as well is they're setting Spawn up more to be like a shark. Basically, as a shark, you hardly see him, but he just moves around in shadow so much.
I mean, it looks like Todd McFarlane is going to direct it. Looks like he's not paying anybody, and they're going to try to make the best movie they can make with all the actors pitching in. And when the movie does make money, then they'll pay everybody. Again, I don't know. I mean, how this is going to work. I mean, there's no budget really. I mean, maybe they got $10 million to make the movie. I don't know how that's going to work.
The problem with that idea, I'm thinking is
lawsuits.
Okay. The problem with that is, okay, let's say you put in $20, but yet I'm only able to put in 10. And
well, in this case, people are paying thousands. I mean, the actors are going to be putting thousands, millions.
Pay times more than
I don't know
either one of us or.
And again, it's opening up to lawsuit city because how could you not pay anybody?
Yeah.
And then how could everybody fall in line with that? Maybe they can't. And it's, you know, you're gonna have, even if the movie does well, you're gonna have people that are gonna sue, or they're gonna do something because he's not gonna.
Well, you know what? I put this amount in, so I should be given this amount. Where that's.
Now, I think. I'm a huge Todd McFarlane fan. He was very nice to put me in the Spider-Man letters page before he left Spider-Man, and I was very grateful for that. So I'm not talking bad of Todd McFarlane in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying I have some concerns with if that's the only way to get the Spawn movie in. I don't want him to have problems, you know. And again, it's the unfortunate thing is he does have problems sometimes, and he has had lawsuits, plenty of lawsuits with people. In fact, him and Neil Gaiman went at it, where Neil Gaiman won. He got the character of Angela, and the biggest joke was that because he took their character and he put him in Marvel Universe purposely, because I guess to do his thing like a singer right to Tom McFarlane, that he made Angela.
When I heard Angela was in Marvel,
she became Thor's sister.
Yeah, because it was for
spite. It was for spite.
Image comic book down here, or a couple of Image comic books of her. And
it was for spite purposely, because he can never do anything with the character, and he wouldn't have any of his characters with Marvel. But now Neil Gaiman just gave it to Marvel Base. There you go. Have fun. It's yours now, and she's Thor's sister, and it's canon, and it's like, okay. So in other words, he kind of forever tied the Spawn universe with Marvel, because it's like Odin dropped her off in the Spawn universe. So that's weird. Which I know he's not happy about, but you know what? It is what it is. I know he tried to do a Planet of the Apes thing, and then there was some type of lawsuit there. There was some lawsuit there, and then there was something with hockey play. I know there was a whole bunch of things. Even with Wizard of Oz, they were like, oh, you ain't going to do a movie about this. And, it is what it is. But hopefully, I'm looking forward to I went to see Spawn in the theaters when it came out.
Yeah, I'd be willing to see it.
I want to see it. I'm all for it, So, there's that. We have some shooting dates for Gambit. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like okay, Gambit is gonna. Let's see. The rumor. They're targeting a February to July 18th. I'm sorry, a February to July 2018 film shoot.
Okay.
And they're still going to release it on Valentine's Day in 2019. So that's Gambit's shooting schedule. Okay. That's that.
What?
Yes, Susan.
What is Gambit? What is Gambit?
Gambit's
I don't
Marvel.
know.
He's a member of X-Men.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't watch those movies.
He hasn't had a movie for himself, but
What's the blind one?
Daredevil?
No, not Daredevil. The other one that's got the funny glasses on his face.
Cyclops.
Well, he's not blind.
Yeah.
He shoots the.
Oh, he shoots out stuff out of his eyes.
Yeah, it's Cyclops. That's got.
So he has to have the glasses, so he.
The ruby quartz.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get confused.
That's
I don't
okay.
watch those movies, so again,
I'm sorry.
if I ask you questions, yeah. So if you
I'm not yelling. I'm like, okay.
Do my little question mark thingies, you'll know why. Because I'm very confused.
I'm looking forward to the new X-Men movie. We're going to get out of here because I know it's getting late. So we'll be back hopefully tomorrow. Not promising anything. And then I'll be back after a couple of days around the surgery with my mouth. So, all right. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Susie. Take care. Bye for now.